Josh, what happens once a year in the UK and is becoming increasingly insufferable?
Oh, my family Christmases.
That's right, UK summers. We're getting hotter temperatures for longer periods of time, and households in the UK are increasingly turning to aircon to help.
But with energy bills already high, running your aircon on grid electricity will only stretch household finances further.
You're right, fortunately there is a silicon-based tech that can help. In this video we're going to be talking about how much electricity aircon uses, how solar panels and aircon works together, how many solar panels you need and how much you can save.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Charlie, let's go. Back in the 20th century, there was practically no need for aircon in the UK. Our climate was milder and heat waves were shorter and more manageable. But this is no longer the case.
So true. We experienced 3 times as many days over 30 degrees Celsius between 2015 and 2024 as we did between 1961 and 1990 on average, according to the BBC. Our climate is also set to continue along this path. The Met Office has said that it may be possible for the UK to hit 45 degrees Celsius, and we could even see a month or more of 28 degrees Celsius weather.
With no end in sight, people are turning to air conditioning to help. In the UK, there are now 4 million households with either portable or whole home fixed aircon systems, which is 14% of all households.
Yes, and by 2050, 92% of households will be at risk of overheating. Aircon clearly can be part of the solution.
The Independent Climate Change Committee has said that the intensity and duration of future heat waves means that we need to plan for more active cooling, such as air conditioning.
And UNICEF backs up this view, noting that household air conditioning reduces the risk of heat-related deaths by 75% compared to households that don't have it. If you're finding this video useful, like it and subscribe to our channel for more similar videos.
Adding an aircon unit to your home means sharply increasing your electricity consumption, but solar panels produce free electricity. You don't need any special equipment to connect your aircon unit to your solar panels. Your aircon will just be another appliance for your panels to power.
Your panels will produce electricity, your inverter will convert the direct current or DC electricity into alternating current or AC electricity. That will go directly to any devices in your home that need power, including your aircon unit. And any excess electricity will either go to the grid or straight to your battery.
Simple as. When electricity gets exported to the grid, you can get paid for every single kilowatt hour via an export tariff, and we've cobbled together a guide to the best export tariffs, and the link is down below.
As you add more energy-intensive appliances, such as aircon, you will use an increasingly higher and higher percentage of the solar electricity that your panels produce. This is known as self-consumption, and using the solar energy that you have is in most cases better financially than selling it to the grid.
How much electricity your aircon uses depends on a bunch of factors, including its power rating, its efficiency, whether you have just a portable unit, a one-room system, or a ghastly power-guzzling whole home system. You also need to consider your household, specifically your insulation levels, your room layout, and how often you turn the aircon on.
According to EDF, a portable aircon unit uses 1.176 kilowatt hours per hour. Across 6 months of using it for 6 hours per day, that adds up to 1,286 kilowatt hours of electricity.
This tallies closely with a 2025 study into 700,000 households across 25 countries. Didn't include the UK, but it did include countries with a similar climate to the UK, like the Netherlands and Germany. And it found that on average, aircon increases a household's electricity consumption by 36%.
For the average household, which uses 3,400 kilowatt hours of electricity per year, this equates to about 1,224 kilowatt hours of extra electricity usage. As of the July 2026 energy price cap, this equates to about £320 of extra payments per year.
Sizing a solar panel system to closely match your needs is always a bit tricky. It depends on multiple factors, such as the location of your home and the condition of your roof, amongst other things. For example, a property in the north of England with a west-facing roof is going to need more panels to produce the same amount of electricity as a property on the Isle of Wight with a south-facing roof, all other things being equal.
A good solar installer will take all of this into account. They'll consider your requirements and your roof before making their final decision. However, if we take the average UK household with aircon, so they use about 4,624 kilowatt hours per year, and we stick them in Dunsop Bridge, which is the centre point of the British Isles, and we give them a south-facing roof, they would need about a 5.2 kilowatt peak solar panel system.
You could achieve this with, for example, 12 450 watt solar panels, But bear in mind, generation will be uneven, so lots more in the summer and far less in the winter. But fortunately, this aligns well with when you want to use aircon, unless you like things particularly freezing in winter.
But it's not just about the power rating of your solar panel system, it's also about the power rating of your inverter. This controls how much electricity can flow to your aircon unit in the instant it's needed. So you can check the power rating of your inverter, it'll be in kilowatts, and you should also check the power rating of your aircon unit as well.
For example, if you have an aircon unit that has a power rating of 2.5 kilowatts and your home is also using 2 kilowatts, that means your inverter needs to be at least 4.5 kilowatts to provide electricity from your panels to the whole of your house.
It's just like sending water through a pipe. So if you want to send more water through a pipe, obviously you need a larger pipe, or in this case, a bigger inverter. If in this situation you have a 3 kilowatt inverter instead of a 4.5 model, then you'll have to make up the remaining 1.5 kilowatts with electricity from the grid, which you have to pay for.
A home with aircon and solar panels will almost certainly need to get power from the grid at some points throughout the year, not least because solar output varies day to day, but also you're often going to have aircon on at night time. But with the right size inverter, it means your panels can contribute as much as possible, which means high savings.
So, how much can solar panels cut your aircon running costs? Well, as we mentioned earlier, the average UK household uses 1,224 kilowatt hours of electricity extra to power an aircon unit. And on the July 2026 energy price cap, that adds up to about £320 per year. In theory, if your solar panels could fully power your aircon unit, you could reduce this down to £0, but that is highly unlikely.
And that is because there are lots of times where you need the aircon unit running where there's not much daylight for solar panels to turn into electricity. For example, night times and UK heat waves can be hellishly hot, and I imagine that's when most people have their aircon units running.
In the more realistic situation, where your solar panels cover about half of your aircon unit's running costs, you'll save £160 on the July 2026 energy price cap. And if you have a battery, you'll be able to boost your savings further, as you'll be able to run your aircon unit on solar electricity at night.
Alternatively, you could sign up for a time of use tariff, charge up your battery overnight on an off-peak rate, and then use that to power your home and your aircon throughout the day, and then export most of your solar energy to the grid. But it's important to keep all of this in perspective. The majority of your savings from solar will come from reducing all of your home's electricity usage across the whole year, not just aircon in the summer.
Reducing your aircon unit's running costs should be seen as a welcome bonus rather than the main focus of going solar.
Solar panels and air conditioning both work excellently together, and they have a starring role to play when the sun is beating down. Our summers are getting hotter, aircon is certainly a solution to that, but running aircon and grid electricity is expensive.
A solar installation can massively reduce your aircon unit's running costs. You should expect to cover about 50% of your aircon usage with solar panels, and even more than that, potentially, if you have a battery.
If you're feeling put off by the high upfront cost of solar, you should consider SunSave Plus, which is the UK's first solar subscription. It means you can switch to solar with no upfront cost and instead make fixed monthly payments for 20 years. Your system will also be backed by the SunSave Guarantee, which includes 24/7 monitoring, downtime cover, free replacement parts, insurance, and more. To learn more about SunSave Plus, the link is down below.
And subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra!